Welcome to the Slade
and Wade podcast.
This is where we discuss all things in geekdom and nerd culture.
I'm the anime and movie nerd.
And I'm the tech and weapons specialist.
Somehow we don't hate each other, so we figured why not start a podcast?
So sit back and strap in for the Slade and Wade podcast. Welcome back to the Slade and
Wade
podcast. Look at that huge delay right there. I'm going to cut this whole part out right now.
We're almost in sync. Almost there.
Almost, man. Almost. We're getting there. Welcome to our bi-weekly recording. We might get back to weekly. We'll see how fat we are after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, I think the schedule for now is just bi-weekly.
Right? Bi-weekly seems like the good middle ground for us right now. But a lot of shit has happened in these past 2 weeks, man, right? Like all over the place, besides Mr. Orange being reluctant to admit defeat. I never thought the piss water company in the world has created a new limited edition console.
I forgot you're not friends with Bud Light. Me and Bud Light have a very, very lovely relationship.
Now, before I get all the hate because of like, hey, yo, Bud Light's the best, man, all that shit. Like, bro, I had like bad experience. Bud Light, I like the finer beer, German beer, precisely. Oktoberfest, come on, man.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into the puke stories, but I can guarantee you I've got more puke stories than you do with Bud Light. I can guarantee it.
That's true.
But apparently they have a Bud Light limited edition game console.
It's built into a 6-pack beer carrier. It's called a BL6, the Bud Light 6. 16 gigs of memory, meaning storage, not RAM. Jesus Christ. Built-in. It has a built-in 720p projector in there, which is nice. It has a built-in speaker with hinted volume controls in front of the device, and it looks like it comes with 2 little controllers that kind of look like NES controllers, the small ones.
They look like classics.
Yeah, there's 2 USB ports, HDMI port, DC port, of course, because it's a console. And keeping true to 6-pack form factor, it has built-in games like Tekken 7, Soul Calibur 6, RBI Baseball 20. What the hell is RBI? Broforce. And 2 exclusives called Flashlight Freeze Tag. I could have read that as Flashlight, but thank God. And
I'd buy that game.
And 6-puck.
You had me at Broforce.
I'm surprised. Tekken 7 and Soul Calibur 6. So this must be either grabbing some stuff from an arcade machine or this is, built in. But it's retailing right now at the time of this, the article that we got it from, for $1,800 with 32 bids. And it's only one system. It's an auction system. And it already ended. Pretty much. Like the auction already ended. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. So
I would have bought that for $1.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know if I'm craving for a 6-pack canister that will play Tekken 7 and all these other games. I mean, they do have
Broforce, dude.
It's
a perfect Bud Light game.
I mean, you could just walk in and like, yo, don't worry, man. I got some 6-pack and we're gonna play right on the wall. That's honestly That's pretty cool.
Fucking gangster. You could get in the back of your pickup truck and put your projector out at some wall.
Like so. So I love how the comparisons are. They have a chart comparing the BL6 with the Series X and the PlayStation 5. Their size is bigger than we thought, to be honest. Memory is more than you need. FPS is front projected stuff. Storage compared to 1 terabyte and 800 gigabytes on the PlayStation 5. Its storage is 2 Bud Light cans and 2 controllers. Flops is we got flops. Hops is that we got hops. Projector, hell yeah. Keeps cold beer cold. What do you think? And it has for under Series X, fridge sold separately.
Oh my God.
Yo, so I mean, Bud Light, I give them this one. They had a lot of fun with this, and I mean, I wouldn't honestly, get it for the $1,800 it cost. But
that's crazy though. That this is good marketing because I have not had Bud Light in some time, and now I want one.
Right. The auction ended at $50,000. It started at $1.
Like I said, I'd buy that for $1. Good
Dude,
Lord.
that's insane. I
It'd
mean,
probably sell well too, though. In a couple of
oh
years,
yeah,
people
for
would be like,
sure.
"Wait, I've never heard of this thing. This
Right.
is like one of a kind."
It
What?
does look nice though. It has the nice. They got the whole PlayStation 5 LED thing going on with the blue LED going around the six pack, and they have some. It
Yeah,
looks like they have LEDs around the controller, but it could just be some glow in the dark shit.
it's brilliant.
It's a smart idea. Props to them on taking advantage of the whole gamer situation that's going on.
What a roller coaster of a story. When the story first starts out, you're like, "Ah, man, this is dumb." Then by the end of it, you're like, "Wait a second,
You know,
brilliant
I mean,
marketing.
it's.
Good
I
job."
give them props. I mean, shitty beer, but great marketing. I gotta give them props for it. Whoever your marketing team is, give them a raise. Whoever is your beer manufacturer person, let them go to Germany first and try some beers, and then let's talk
Oh
back up again.
God,
All right, I'm
get
just
this
saying.
man a
All
Stella.
right, my God. All right, let's get that. Let's get that somewhere done. Speaking of going places and getting this shit done, Destiny 2 is for free now on Google Stadia, the platform that no one gave a shit about because it sucked at the beginning. So
Yeah.
Google Stadia is Google's version of Game Pass, PlayStation Now. If you don't know what those things are, they're purely streaming services. You buy a game, or you rent out a game, or they have games available, and you can play for free or watch them anywhere. With Google Stadia, most of the games they had to go and purchase them. So now Destiny now is officially free because it's already free anywhere else. You get it free on PlayStation, you get it free on PC, etc. But
Yeah.
now you can play this game on your phone, which is pretty dope. You don't need a controller from Google Stadia. You can use your own controller. So let's say you got an Xbox controller and around a PlayStation controller. You can ideally play Destiny 2. Now, I haven't personally tried this. I've tried playing one of their demos recently. This is like 2 weeks ago. And the screen that came up was all green. It was like one of those VGA connectors that were busted and shit. So I'm not sure if the machine that they gave me, because it's a machine that's hosting my game virtually from their servers, was trash, or the demo was just breaking the system. So I'm not sure. I gotta try Destiny 2 out on this, but if it's free, man, and they let you play 1080 games for free now, anywhere that you have a network. So remember, you can't be on the road, and you have like 2G. You're not gonna be able to play this game. But if you're like, let's say, at your home, maybe you're on a trip, and there's like decent amount of Wi-Fi, it's not bad. It's free. You're not paying anything besides your soul with Google. I think it's a good idea that they're doing this.
I mean, yeah, Stadia is not going to get much attention anyway. But they're literally giving me a free copy. Like they're like, "Yo, dude, like we'll give you a free trial. Like all you gotta do is put in your credit card information." And I was like, "I'll pass."
Yeah. I think what they have to do, not do that, like get as much people involved, and then start giving them good offers. Like, hey, allow Destiny 2 to be free. Any free to play games that they have the infrastructure to do it. Like, let them play for free. I know it's costing them server money, but
Yeah.
do it. And then once they have the people there, invest on exclusives, or invest on first IPs, or things that they could work with game companies with, and develop
Right.
cool games that are only on Stadia. So then you end up becoming Netflix, which has shows and movies that are only on Netflix. So
like Steam is probably like the biggest
yeah, Steam
competitor for
and
them right
I
now.
mean, we all thought at one point in time Steam was like the king. They're like, there's nothing else. You think of Steam, and yet all these other people come along. Origin from EA with the Battlefield series and all that shit. Yeah,
Right.
you play from Ubisoft with the
You
Assassin's
got
Creed
Epic Games.
Epic Games, but Epic Games has been around for a while. But then they just took what they had and said, you know what, we're gonna become a Steam competitor. So they had Fortnite on that.
But I think Steam still got the market share.
No, they have the market share,
Yeah.
but now there's competition. So Steam is a little bit. They're more pressured to do something than before, because they took Rocket League from Sony. They took Rocket League from Steam because it was on Steam. And they gave it out for free. Remember the other day, a couple of months ago, they gave out Rocket League for free per month.
Hell yeah.
We got Civ 6 because of Epic Games. I mean, yo, dude. I mean, that got
I'm
me.
still down to play.
Yo, that game, it's 4 hours minimum, and I will gladly play that game anytime.
Yeah, I
So,
just need 6 or 7 or 30 hours to play that game.
this weekend, you want to do it? All right, I'm down for it, bro.
Maybe.
But
Yeah.
like as things are moving around, it's like, it'll all come around. So hopefully they'll copy what Epic did and they're all set, because they just gotta keep a good formula going. And like a good game that has this mentality is Minecraft. And Minecraft has been continuously having like a good formula of like being everywhere for a good decent price, and be on your phone, be on your laptop, gaming consoles, and then add new content. And speaking of adding new content, that's awesome, is Star Wars. They're adding a DLC map of Star Wars content, man. Finally could visit Tatooine and some other places, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen builds before of like Minecraft stuff.
Right.
I mean, Star Wars stuff in Minecraft. But I guess them giving you some DLC packs is a good marketing push for them, because I mean, what's more popular than Star Wars and Minecraft put together? Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they give out packs before, like skin packs, and supposedly it took like 3 years for some people to recreate some stuff in Star Wars.
Yeah, the Death Star video is crazy.
Yeah.
They're running like algorithms to make the Death Star, and
freaking ridiculous.
And then it shoots a beam out. It's crazy. It's the size of like an actual planet.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, having the official ones from the Minecraft team, amazing. Like that'd be dope.
I mean,
like,
I mean, it's about time they had the skins. I
Yeah.
mean, like, come on now.
Yeah, the skins, and then actually having the planets out there too.
And then the textures are going to be awesome.
Is it free, or is it you have to pay for this?
Honestly, you could probably find it for free, but I'm willing to bet a lot of texture packs, especially on PlayStation, you have to pay for.
It says 1340 coins on Minecraft thing.
Yeah, okay. So even in it's a fully, you got to pay for it kind of thing.
Full-fledged pack.
I mean, I'm looking at the textures. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Honestly, I'm a little sold. They have stormtroopers, they've got Darth Vader, they got Jabba the Hutt, they got C-3PO, a whole bunch of random stuff. Oh my god, they even got Mandalorian stuff. They got Baby Yoda.
Oh wow. Well, I had like a small duh moment. Like I forgot, like why is all the Star Wars push right now? And I realized Mandalorian's still going, which I've yet to watch. I'm so
yeah. By the way, last 2 episodes are phenomenal. I watched them back to back.
I gotta binge watch it tomorrow night, man. It was fun.
Episode 2 drags a little bit, but then 3, 4,
3 and 4 comes back. Okay, good. Yeah. Because speaking of that, because I was thinking like, why is there so much Star Wars stuff? So for Fortnite, there's a possible Star Wars exclusive, content DLC pack similar to this for next month in December. So this week they're still doing Marvel stuff, and then next month they might be introducing a new season pass, and to attract more users, they're adding, they're collaborating with Marvel, and that's under this Disney. They're also collaborating with Star Wars, which is Fortnite could survive just based off Disney. If you think about this, like they all have to do is like anytime they have a hype movie coming out, let's say Big Hero 6 2 or something like that.
Let me dream.
And just every single Disney Pixar movie just have a content pack just on set for that. That would just bring more traffic to the movie and also to the game. So now with Star Wars possibly coming out next month for Fortnite, and Star Wars also on Minecraft, Disney's definitely just trying to be like everywhere. They're like, yo, we're trying to bring as much attraction to our news Mandalorian show, and then maybe other content that they're doing as well. So it's pretty dope. I like it.
And then the other big juggernaut, Pokemon Go.
Yo,
we seem to be talking about Pokemon Go every other week. I swear,
back, bro. It's back.
It's not intentional.
Yeah. Maybe. Sure.
So basically, they're going to have an update that is going to increase the level cap, which is, from my experience, I could tell you, 2 years of being level 40. It's overdue, long overdue.
Right.
They're also, of course, adding new Pokemon December 2nd.
Right.
I mean, they're always adding new Pokemon. Honestly, they're like they're up to the regions of Pokemon I know nothing about at this point. But Mega Evolutions are also in there. This is gonna be a good update overall. It's just they don't need it at this point. People are still gonna play the game regardless, but
I guess
I'm glad they're doing it.
they saw how good it's been doing for this whole entire month, like we talked about before. They're still gonna do it. Like this is their moneymaker. They're gonna try to pull off a Fortnite on this, as they are. Like they're gonna keep on not milking it, but making sure that it has a lot of stuff coming because you don't want a game to like, oh yeah, you have all this content and there's a lot of people that just do end game stuff or like they just speed run through it and they run out. So they don't have to do mega evolutions, but they might do stuff based off the anime, honestly. So
at this point, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, like increasing the level cap is cool and all, but we're all gonna hit that in a week, and then it's gonna be what's next, and then new Pokemon, we'll get those too. What's next?
I guess they're gonna try to profit off the events that they're gonna push off on the first, and then keep on adding new Pokemons from left and right. Like
they will. I mean, the game's got to be all profit at this point. They pay their developers consistently, sure. And they just keep cranking out more and more stuff.
But they want people to keep coming back. So if they're not playing, let's say Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is like within the same family, they want them to be playing Go. So as much as they could let it rock, but I mean they have all the it's niche. They have all their niche players. They're all the people that are still playing Pokemon Go now. It's probably not the same amount of people playing Pokemon Go a while ago. These are people that are like seasoned in, veterans in the game already, or at least they keep on playing it. So they want to make sure like, oh shit, here's a new DLC or here's something that came out in the anime, so we're gonna put it in this game, or a new movie's coming out. They're gonna keep on trying to treat it like Fortnite in a way. So
right.
And they have I guess because they're a little bit more flexible to do that in the mobile game versus the Sword and Shield, because Sword and Shield is just locked in. There's no story. There's no like thing that they have to follow like Sword and Shield. And Go, they could just go do whatever they want, like literally. So they have full free range to just spit out anything they want. So I think they're gonna keep on milking it as much as they can. Talking about milking.
Cyberpunk 2077, baby.
So it might actually come out.
They've been chirping more and more about this game recently.
I mean, they've done that before the November release, and then they pushed it back.
Yeah, but they're still releasing stuff and still talking about it.
Yeah, they want people to still be hyped for it. I just hope that they're not doing it and then say, hey, yeah, by the way, we're pushing this back to 2027.
Yeah, at this point, the year 2077 will come before you get to play the game.
That's gonna be Cyberpunk. Yeah, exactly. The new stuff they released, though, I'm not sure if they meant to release this. If they were to release the game already in the middle of November, all these new videos, we were not going to see this ahead of time yet. Because now we know that Keanu Reeves, the character that he plays, Johnny Silverhand, is pretty much the protagonist with you.
Yeah, he's going to be playable, which is weird.
Yeah.
And awesome.
So he's pretty much your, what would you call him? Like, I don't know. What's a similar character? He kind of reminds me... I'm not sure.
Well, he's not Cortana.
No, of course not. He's not. Cortana, do this. Have you ever played Shadow Warriors?
No.
1 or 2. So that was kind of like a Doom kind of game that came out on PC, and it was a game where you just run around with like weapons, like kunais, swords, samurai swords, and everything. But in the second game, like this girl possesses you and she's in your mind because you have to like save her body and do all this stuff. That kind of reminded me of that. I bet I'm reaching out to like a niche group of people when I say that, but that game actually is kind of intense and cool looking, just like Cyberpunk. So that's why I got the same vibes from it. Same like retro, cool, cyberpunky space thing, but this one, Cyberpunk, looks like it takes it to another different level. Plus, the dude has a cybernetic arm, man. What? The last time we had a cool ass cybernetic arm person was Winter Soldier from the Marvel.
Yeah, like, I mean, you give Keanu Reeves is already cool enough. You give him a cybernetic arm.
This dude is John Wick with a cybernetic
and some
arm.
Guns.
Yeah,
he's pretty awesome.
I feel like we're gonna get a lot more impersonations of Keanu Reeves now because of this game.
And the trailer looks amazing. I keep getting more and more sold on it. Like when this all started, I was not that sold, but now I'm like,
yeah.
each time we do a story on it, I'm like, oh wow. There's so much going on.
I
This is a
really
big
want to see
game.
the reviews for it first. I've been kind of turned down with some of the recent release games. Now I know
It's not
it
No Man's Sky. Well,
it's not
like,
No
I
Man's
guess it
Sky
could be.
or Godfall that came out recently. It's CD Project Red, right? They're good with Witcher, but man, this game took a while to come out. So I really hope that they're not getting pressured to release it in December and just like, yo, just release it when you can. Like don't rush it because, publication or whatever.
Well, yeah,
Like,
and you gotta try and get it on the new consoles and stuff. I
yeah.
wouldn't honestly. I wouldn't even waste if you're not playing it on PC or a new console. Don't
Yeah.
waste your time.
Yeah,
I don't
honestly,
think.
I know that they're doing it so then they could have the mass release, but I feel like they should not. I think we talked about this before. I think they should drop PS4 and Xbox One support entirely and just make it pure next gen.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, now that the consoles are out, which we'd been following.
If you
We'd
have
been
one,
following the coverage,
yeah.
which mind you, neither of us have either
No,
console,
I tried so
but
much.
the PS5 and the Xbox the Xbox Series X are doing both really well. Of course, the PS5 way more popular,
Yeah,
but they're both selling like hotcakes, and
I'm
people are
telling you,
fighting in the
man.
streets over them.
If Microsoft sold those fridges separately or they sold a bundle price with the fridges, they'd have been selling more Series X right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be curious.
Dude, right? I mean, I know a bunch of people that will buy that fridge and they will get a Series X with it. Like they would love that combo. I think right now, if Microsoft launched the Series X with with Halo or any like first party like exclusive game that was like really popping, then there'll be more sales for it. But because Sony has, Miles Morales and, Godfall was just like a filler there.
Mhm.
That was mostly the drive. People were like, oh shit, and a lot of people love Spider Man. So it's like you have a universal love for a character in Marvel, and then you have, a cool looking console that looks actually different, because the controller is actually different compared to like last generations.
Mhm.
Yes, people that are like, yo, I want something new. I want to try something new, and it has Spider Man. I'm gonna get it, and you could get it for cheaper. For the regular version. There's still the Series S, but I think the Series S kind of got marketed as like the cheaper, affordable option, not the like premium pro version like the X is. So, anyway,
Yeah.
I I want to see what happens with Cyberpunk 2077, man. I want to see how it looks. I want to see how it runs. Multiplayer is still gonna be delayed to 2022 ish. We don't know if that's confirmed. They kind of said it, ran like sometimes here and there since January of this year. So I hope it comes out, but we probably not. We probably won't even see multiplayer in this game for a long time. So
Yeah,
um,
I think next time I'm going to try and find a calendar for all the original release dates to this game to track the progress.
track it down.
I'm sure it's very long and storied
Oh man, yeah,
before we start talking about it.
yeah. Just like something that was long in the making for a while. Google Photos had unlimited photos for so long, and they've had it for free photos, free videos, and it was kind of compressed, but it was unlimited photos and videos. Now, what they're doing is that with the recent changes, they're not going to start charging you after some point in 2021. So I think it's June 2021. Yeah, June 1st, 2021. They should have made it April 1st, 2021. It would have been perfect.
Oh.
But they're now gonna only give you 15 gigs of storage that comes with every account, and any additional storage that you need for your photos or videos, you have to be a Google One member. So Google, who originally was a company that was just like, hey, have everything for free, now they're just gonna charge for everything now. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm a I'm an elitist Google One member, but so I won't really be affected. But
yeah,
I was already reconsidering even paying $2 a month because I mean, uh, do we need a lot of storage? Like, yeah, kind of, especially since we we upload our podcast.
right.
But I mean, I have photos in Google Photos since like 2008 or 2010. Like I don't know. It goes way back. I have a
Right.
whole timeline of photos that go way back. I would pay to keep it. So good on them pressuring the market to do
I mean, I
to
think
give them money.
yeah, because I think well, the thing is that they're the only company doing that. They're the only company if you had a Pixel phone or any kind of Chromebook, and some Chromebooks have these offers, and I think it's mostly Pixels though. That you got free storage of some kind. Pixels, I think,
Yeah.
was exclusively for unlimited, and hosting these servers, hosting this storage costs money. So it's costing them a lot of money. Yeah, they have the customers. Yeah, they have the 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 fan base, but at the end of the day, they need to make money, and their prices aren't too bad. But like I currently pay for the 2 terabyte one, and I paid it like I started paying it like 2 years ago. A lot of storage.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really use all of it, but
Yeah, I'm only using about half of what I have,
yeah,
but that's only recently.
right.
Before that, I was using about 5% of what I had.
It's not too bad, especially even if you took a lot of photos back in the day. All the storage that you've taken now, let's say you have like 500 gigs of photos and videos that are compressed and whatever to Google Photos, they will not count towards your 15 gigs. So,
Okay. Well,
so
that's good.
that's so after June 1st, then they're gonna start counting towards 15 gigs. But before then, just go ham. Like,
So it's all a matter of time.
yeah,
So
yeah,
for
yeah.
right now, become a professional photographer
Exactly.
and run it up.
Go crazy. Become the
Make them pay
Instagram
for it.
influencer photographer that you meant to be, and just go crazy. I could see people just destroying the crap out of Google Photos in the last few months or last
I
couple of days
do.
of this, and just taking
It,
massive amount of photos and uploading it.
they've got privileged information on me. Let me tell you, there's some stuff in Google Photos that the world will never see.
uh, don't don't
But
don't hack us like iCloud, okay? Please.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, so possible apocalypse moments right there for Google users. With other apocalypse moments happening, besides the world, Twitch is now going through some stuff. They're becoming YouTube now. Speaking of Google, they're
Yeah,
becoming YouTube of the streaming service.
yeah, the
So
DMCA takedown. They were rampant for the past month or so.
yeah,
But now it's like it's become so widespread and so accepted that the game companies are now creating streamer friendly mode to to help streamers deal with the constant takedowns of their content on Twitch. So
and it's
I mean
not
this
it's
is
not a lot
crazy.
of games, right? So
No, no,
um,
no, it's like one or two, I
right,
think.
yeah. So Cyberpunk 2077 has a lot of copyrighted content, like from Grimes, Rap Boy, 9 Inch Nails, Run the Jewels. Grand Theft Auto is
Right.
150 custom songs in their radio. So this is gonna affect a lot of big games and upcoming games that are gonna come out. It's just crazy because now the only people that had to really worry about that was, and I guess people that used to do LimeWire. and,
Oh man, take it back.
yeah, man. And
Kazaa.
YouTubers. Yeah. Now Twitch streamers have to worry about that. And I guess what's next? TikTok, like,
Well,
like,
TikTok is like built on the music industry
right.
and using copyrighted songs.
So I
So
I'm thinking about that too because they recently started paying their TikTok users, which it hasn't been great. It's been shit pay, what I've heard. Um, but because of their getting paid, I could see DMCA strikes coming at them, like
I
saying, "Hey,
honestly,
what's going
I
on?"
want I want something to happen with Twitch though. Like they just allow advertisers to just run bots through their site and flag streamers left and right and take down whole libraries of people's content.
Yeah,
Like that
it
ain't
get
right, man.
it's aggressive.
It's
The whole
it's not
bot
right.
situation too. Like, props to the streamers that are big enough there that they have a lot of loyal fan base and whatnot. But a lot of like streamers starting out, because me and Wade experienced this. You get bots just to spam the crap out of your chat, and it's not legit. It's not legit viewership. So it just makes it really difficult to get legitimate viewers and a community together if you just have bots coming. Hey, you want to stream more things? Hey, you want more viewership? Hey, you want more followers? And like, bro, can you hop off my chat? Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's enough real people out there on Twitch, honestly. Like,
yeah.
just no need for that. I mean,
This is not Ashley Madison, okay? We don't need bots becoming your affairs, okay? Like, get your bots out of here. Stop bot scalping the freaking consoles. Bots have a good purpose for like SEO and all that stuff, but bots that are like used to, stuff like on Twitch, stuff like getting the Kobe's within microseconds, getting the new PS5 and Series X within nanoseconds. We need. I'm exaggerating, by the way, but like we need to. There needs to be like a hard like stop and make it like illegal. Like, hey, using bots in a legal way, there's some legal repercussions towards it. They should start doing that. It's not a big deal in terms of, let's say, it doesn't hurt the retailer or hurt the because Twitch is still gonna get, hey, we got more fan base. Hey, we get more numbers. Hey, we could tell our advertisers we have 2 billion people coming in, like, and possibly it could be like 20% maybe bots. But if they scrap out those bots, then it's less numbers, and those advertisers like, yo, what happened? So I don't know. It's a weird situation, and I just hope that gets fixed. But also, like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, this whole like striking music down thing. I wish there was like a way you could do an agreement. Like, hey, yeah, could I use your music? And as long as I'm doing it in a way that you support it, can
yeah.
you let me use it just for my
I
stream?
mean,
Like,
KSI did that a little while back. KSI,
yeah.
he made all of his music, well, the recent albums, he made them free for streamers to play on their streams and stuff like that.
Mm.
The whole content ID thing. This guy was playing his own song on guitar. It got claimed on
What?
Twitch. So like, there's a lot of bad stuff going on out
Yeah.
there when it comes to this. So like, I hope they get it under control.
They should flag it, but not remove it until it's been verified by a human. And I know that's a lot of work, but it's better off getting bad press. It ends up becoming like what happened with YouTube when there was like a lot of people just falsely, claiming stuff and just taking down videos, and it still happens. Like, people will get claimed by some random person because, oh, you have like a 2-second clip or 5-second clip of something that belongs to me. Like, okay, well, just let me know. Just don't take down my whole entire video for it. I'll just get rid of it. Like, what the hell? So
Yeah,
we have the ability to go back to a video if we get if we get a claim from someone, and remove that section, and then we're back to normal. Like, hey, yeah, we can monetize again. That should be done automatically for folks that are getting like strikes for like certain segments of the videos, or getting striked completely because the whole thing is claimed. Like, well, let the person who's putting up the video defend themselves. Same thing with Twitch. Twitch streamers. They should do the same thing. It
yeah.
should be like court. Like, you don't just like, he goes to jail. FM. Yeah, he's gone. Everything he's worked on is done for. Like, it shouldn't be like
Yep.
that. You have an opportunity to make a difference here.
Blue is sus. Throw him out the air a lot.
Right? He's
Yeah.
sus. He's mad sus.
It
Speaking of,
sounded a little bit like copyright music.
yeah,
Throw him out.
throw him out. Throw him out. Speaking of mostly bad things happening though. God damn it.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
Masterful transitions.
I had no faith in this movie, by the way. It came off as like a bad, what's that film festival in New York City?
Tribeca Film Festival.
Like a bad one, like a bad film that was hosted by like, people who had no cinematic experience at all.
So it feels like a student film.
A student
Is that what you're
film, but bad. Yeah. That's
Well,
that's
I
what the
mean-
trailer gave me vibes of. I didn't follow up a little bit on this. I didn't, follow New Mutants. I know about it, the comics. But trailer wise and the whole movie, haven't followed it at all. So knowing that it came back with some shitty ass reviews, it's not surprising. like,
It's disappointing because they held off on doing it mainly just to not post against competition.
right.
For the most part, because I think originally it was going to go up against Deadpool 2,
Oh, was it?
Um,
Okay.
yeah, I think it was supposed to come out in 2018, I believe. So it
Okay.
was originally supposed to go up against Deadpool 2,
Right.
and then it was supposed to go up against um another movie of similar magnitude. I think it was coming out around the same time as Avengers or something like that. So they just kept pushing it back every time something happened. Then it was pushed back for Rona,
Mm-hmm.
and now now it's just out on Amazon and Apple. Um so it's a movie that doesn't go all the way in the superhero
Yeah.
or the horror aspect. It tries to do both, and apparently it doesn't juggle them well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the director for this movie?
Oh God, I don't even remember.
Right. Like that's something that I found. I didn't hear anyone.
Talk
Oh,
about the director.
what?
I mean, I know it
Who?
wasn't.
The cast is actually pretty decent too. What the hell?
Oh, the yeah. I mean, you got what's her face from Game of Thrones.
Maisie Williams. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
Maisie. Yeah.
Maisie. Wow. See, my Asian and Spanish side is coming out right there. Homegirl from Queen's Gambit is in there.
Yeah, which is the biggest thing on Netflix right now, by the way.
Shit. Yeah. It's probably bigger than this movie.
Oh, for sure, for sure. We don't talk
Oh,
about the biggest things though.
yeah. Charlie Heaton, bro. He's from what's that movie he's from? Or he's from a show, no?
One of them.
He's
I
from
don't know. I
Stranger
haven't seen
Things.
it. Oh, is he from Stranger Things?
Yeah, this
Really?
dude's from Stranger Things. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know anything about this cast at
Uh
all. Or the director.
no, director, I have
Um,
no idea.
the world's slowest Google search is taking place right now.
Josh Boone, man. He made The Pretenders, Fault is in Our Stars, Stuck in Love.
Oh my God, he looks like he's always squinting.
Yeah, he has like a really interesting squinty eye. Like
This is the weirdest set of movies. I think he's just not a good director. Like he
well,
did The Fault in the Stars. The Fault in Our Stars is probably the most popular movie that he has on his resume.
yeah, I wouldn't say he's not a good director. I think he hasn't done a movie like this before. This is his first take in a movie
Okay,
like this.
fair. He
Let's
probably
let,
is
let me
better
not,
with
let me
more
not trash
art
talk him.
house films.
He's done a
Well,
lot of
He's got 4
rom-coms,
directing credits I can see.
dramas, yeah. But
He,
I wouldn't say he's a Marvel director. Rotten Tomatoes scores are looking pretty shite. But
33%, I think it was.
yeah, for some older films. But his newer stuff
Jesus.
seems good. But it kind of sucks that
Yeah. No, it's not going well.
no, not all.
But
The
I'm
cops are
gonna
coming.
try and watch it. We'll
Okay.
see. It looks really, really bad. The special effects seem disappointing. What I keep hearing, and I skimmed the Honest trailer earlier today, and honestly, it's disappointing that they don't use their powers that much.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of like talking and angst and kissing scenes, and it doesn't sound like your typical Marvel movie.
So they try to
So,
team flick the crap out of it and then use kind of like semi not good effects to compensate for the super villain like superpowers part.
yeah.
Okay.
And
That's
apparently the girl who plays Magic, she makes some semi-racist remarks to a Native American.
wow.
It's all
Fantastic. All good.
it's all very sad,
Yeah.
strange. We'll see. Maybe if I feel passionate enough about it next time I'll do a quickie review.
Mm.
But something that we've all seen and we all know very well, the Chappelle show.
Chappelle show.
Sir David Chappelle himself. He should be knighted. Good Lord.
Yeah.
This man sneezes and it's front page news on the New York Times. Like, he's just so great. He pops up on Joe Rogan's.
Don't bring your kids.
He pops up on Joe Rogan's podcast. I watched 2 hours of Donnell Rollins, who's the guy who says I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah.
I watched 2 hours of him sitting there with Joe Rogan. He's apparently kind of a regular on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh, I don't know that.
But Dave Chappelle just walks in towards the end, and he gets part of the title. of the whole thing. He's in the last like 30 minutes, and he gets his name in the title because he's Dave Chappelle.
Of course, man.
And he shows up. He's not even like caring. He's just got his back to the camera, smoking a cigarette. Like it's just like
Sometimes
it's so,
it's crazy. I wouldn't say this, but Dave Chappelle sometimes reminds me of you, bro. Or you
yeah,
remind me
he's
of Dave
just
Chappelle. Yeah,
so. I watch too much of him, so it's just like.
I get the
Anyway,
vibes.
we haven't even gotten to the story yet.
The juicy part of this goddamn story is Netflix. They helped out Dave Chappelle when he was sad, and he was sad, rightfully so, because who is it coming behind Dave Chappelle right now? What the original Dave Chappelle? Comedy Central, right?
Yeah. Well, let's just say Viacom.
Viacom, right? Viacom.
Yeah.
Those bastards. I'm gonna just say it like that. Legally speaking, they're right. They're able to do whatever they want with the show because Dave Chappelle bounced go to Africa. But
Yep.
it's Dave Chappelle's show. It's the guy's name in it. And they kept on, like season 3, they kept on showing they're now re-releasing it through multiple streaming services, and one of them was Netflix, and Dave said, "Yo, I don't feel good about this.
Nope.
Can you do something for me?" Netflix was like, "I got you, bro. We gotta get rid of this shit right now. This is probably making us mad money, but guess what? We homies. We got each other, right?" He's like, "You better give me a
Hell
discount for
yeah.
your next stand up, though. That is expensive money for that stand up." So,
Yeah.
now the other places you can watch Dave Chappelle is HBO Max, which is going in right now in terms of becoming the next Netflix. They're adding
Right.
everything under the sky to that shit, which is crazy. We might consider buying that, by the way. Wink, wink. Because they got some shows, man. I'm like, yo, where's all the shows at?
Honestly, I will do it just for the Fresh Prince reunion. I mean, good lord.
Friends reunion coming up sometime. They have The Office there now too, right? Or that's on NBC's Peacock bullshit. Which one is that one?
Well, yeah, I think that one. That one I think is Peacock. Yeah,
Peacock, right? Can't
from
believe that
what I
shit's
can
still alive.
remember.
But they've been grabbing things left and right. HBO. So, they're smart. They're just dropping. They're using all their savings from Game of Thrones, and just they're like, yeah, man. You thought we were done, right? You think because Game of Thrones was trash at the end that it was gonna finish us? Nah, we're getting everything. That show that you love growing up with, Dave Chappelle, we got it. We got Friends. We got Fresh Prince. What else you want? My wife and kids? I don't worry about it. We got you, son. I don't know if they have that. But I could totally see them grabbing, like, How I Met Your Mother, Everybody Loves Raymond, like all those classic,
That'd be
sitcoms.
huge.
Yeah, they would actually get a lot of fan base that alone. Like Netflix, they have a reputation of making their own exclusives and their own shows because they didn't want to spend so much money because guess what? The Office costs an arm and a leg. Friends, just having it for that time period on Netflix costs millions of dollars. So they made a reputation of just building out Stranger Things, all these like hit game shows. But the thing is that it's difficult is because those shows that we want to watch, the old school ones, they're already done. We wanted to watch it again for nostalgia reasons. So when you have to wait for the next season of Stranger Things, you have to wait really long because guess what? COVID's out. So it's harder now to get your new shows. It's harder for that. So I could see Netflix kind of struggling right now because of this. But I could also see them bouncing back up because they just did like a Kevin Hart stand up at his house, which honestly, it's not in our list right here, but I would love to talk about that. I have some opinions on that comedy skit. You watch that?
Oh, you watched it? I didn't. I seen it come up on the front page of Netflix,
You didn't watch
and
that?
I was like, that could wait.
All right.
I chose to watch the old clips of Chappelle I wasn't supposed to watch because you're supposed to boycott.
Yeah. By the way, forget about this. The whole point of this goddamn story of Dave Chappelle is that we're boycotting Dave Chappelle on HBO and other platforms. Why? Because
Right.
Dave Chappelle's not making any money off of this show, and Viacom is. So fuck Viacom.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, or whoever owns Comedy Central, which I
yeah,
believe is Viacom.
or whoever owns Dave Chappelle currently, whoever the motherfucker is, just sell it back to
Whoever
Dave.
whoever
Just
owns the
sell it.
show.
Yeah, sell it
Watch his
to.
specials though. Watch
Yeah,
all his
watches all his
specials.
specials, fully funded. Yes, from Dave Chappelle, but his show, don't watch it. It sucks, but yeah. Uh,
I I mean, his show doesn't suck. It's amazing. It's one of the best
no,
shows of
no, I
all
said no.
time.
It
But
sucks. It sucks
it
that
sucks
he's
that we
not. Yeah,
can't
he's not
watch
making
it.
money. Yeah, and we can't watch it. Dave, do something. Get that money that you got from Netflix. Buy that shit back ASAP, please. Something. Someone in Viacom. Stop your shit. All right. Like,
Yo, it's crazy. I search Comedy Central.
yeah.
The first thing that comes up, Comedy Central Dave Chappelle show. It's crazy.
That's their whole thing.
Dave Chappelle is bigger than Comedy Central.
Comedy Central is still relevant because of that.
Yo, the first thing on
That and
Comedy
Key and Peele.
Central's website is Chappelle's show.
Yeah.
It's before The Daily Show,
Yeah.
which is still running, and South Park that is still running.
Dave
It's
Chappelle
incredible.
is literally carrying them, even though they have all these other things.
Oh my
They
God.
like, what else they had? They had Dave Chappelle. They had Dave Chappelle. They had Key and Peele, but Key and Peele became its own thing now. Like, they're now re-releasing their old stuff through their Key and Peele YouTube channel. So, like,
Well,
damn.
they're good for a new reason. I would have never thought that I used to not care for Key and Peele at all,
Mhm.
but now like Jordan Peele's made a career for himself, strong career,
Oh yeah,
and I respect that man, and I respect everything they did
I
at this
forgot.
point.
That's the reason why I want to watch HBO, bro. They have that show that you talked about. Remember?
Oh, the Jordan Peele show. The
Jordan
do they
Peele
have
show?
the Twilight? Not Twilight.
Twilight. This guy.
not Twilight. Oh my gosh.
Yo.
Oh
Twilight.
no.
Yeah. Jordan Peele's Twilight. That's what they created.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said Jordan Peele show. I'm thinking, what? He came out with a new show like Dave Chappelle? What? I didn't know about this.
No. I think he has a movie.
Where's Key?
He has a movie, and I think he has a series.
Yeah, the TV series. You were really up on
right,
it.
Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country. This guy said Twilight.
There you go.
My man.
It was a long road to get there, but we got there, baby. You know what? I say we keep all the mistakes in.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So
But
that's
let us get lectured later.
yeah, we're definitely gonna get lectured later. That was a show that we were like, oh yeah, we should get HBO for that. And now because they're just grabbing up everything, we're still gonna boycott Dave Chappelle. But like, they should honestly, like, Jordan Peele's set, man. He has like all these things going on. What happens to Key though? He's just doing one-off movies, no? Sometimes he shows up.
I think he's doing a bunch of stuff, and I think whatever he's a comedian first. I think
Dude,
so.
you know what I could see happening again? They might bring back Obama's anger management thing, but with Joe Biden included. They'll find someone to become Joe Biden.
Oh well, of course.
Right?
Well, I mean, I think Jim Carrey makes a great.
Jim Carrey
Biden.
would make a great Joe Biden. Yes.
Yeah,
That'd
no,
be dope.
he did it. He did it the other
but
day.
I mean, like, a great one with the anger management thing, because it just fits
Oh.
Jim Carrey's whole vibe too.
Well,
Just go
yeah.
nuts and crazy, like go Green Mask.
It's funny. I like him more now than I have in the past few years.
Jim Carrey?
Like, yeah, was so big in the '90s and the early 2000s, and then he kind of just disappeared from my radar for a while. And now I'm like, yeah, Jim Carrey. Whatever happened to him?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Damn.
But yeah. Anyway, we went
Speaking
all
of
over the place
Twilight,
with the story.
because I guess this is what he was thinking about. Pokemon Twilight Wings. What the fuck is this, man? So, anime transition.
There we go.
The official Pokemon YouTube channel released Twilight Wings, and that's a new. How would I say this? This is pretty much the anime version of Sword and Shield, and I'm
Right.
surprised they didn't call it Sword and Shield, like just straight up.
Well, it's I don't know. It's more than
they have
that,
two
right?
titles for it. It's called
This
Pokemon
is
Twilight
it's
Wings:
not even it's
The
not even like
Gathering
a full
Stars.
anime.
Yeah,
It's not even it's just like a little video that's kind of announcing a new part of the game, but like also maybe they're making a series out of this. I don't know.
it's so weird because they tempt us with these fantastic animes, like
Yeah,
anime
by the
shorts.
way, this is like actual anime level quality
Like,
video.
yeah, they literally
Like
say
solid.
big plans, bigger adventures unfold in the newest Pokemon Twilight Wings episode. So Twilight Wings is the Pokemon Twilight Wings is in general like some kind of short anime for them. And
Yeah.
this episode is called The Gathering of Stars, which is
So I guess it's the OVA, right? It's
yeah,
basically all the gym leaders
getting
from
together.
around Sword and Shield coming together and having a big tournament.
Bro, can you if you watch the video, we might have to put a clip of this in the video. Uh
Maybe.
maybe. We'll just put a
I don't
short
want no
clip.
smoke, Nintendo.
No,
I don't want the smoke, Nintendo. I
yeah,
don't
short.
want this.
No audio, no audio. We'll just do a clip.
I don't want you to take
We'll just do a
80%
clip.
of nothing.
An explosion is about to occur. It blows up in 1 minute
Uh,
and 14 seconds. My man spits out. Squirtle is bugging the hell out. Bulbasaur is what's the hell's going on. Shorty on the left is like, oh yeah, everything's fine here. Why are you spitting your cup out? And then the whole world is shaking. And then 2 seconds later, she looks to the side like, oh, what was that? Like, yo.
yeah.
Well, I had to pause on that because it's like, what just happened? Like she just like is completely immune. It was not effective, that whole entire attack to the actual dojo. So, because this is like,
Yeah, well, it doesn't make any sense,
yeah, it
but it's
doesn't.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do you want?
I'm just saying she was
Charizard is probably powerful enough to do something like that, but who knows?
yeah.
That's a strong ass Charizard. I don't even know what the Pokemon that it was fighting against actually.
That's how that's how well versed we are in Pokemon knowledge.
Yeah. I'm sure like the Pokemon fans are, "So what are you talking about? That's a Gallivant.
Hey,
It's a
we're
level
OGs,
700
okay?
Gallivant."
We know the original 150, all right?
Yeah, and I know about Arceus. And that's about it. Of like the
It's
newer
definitely
Pokemon.
new generation based for sure. Because they introduced a bunch of like fighting s characters with the. Well, I know I'm not sure if they introduced that one, but like that dog that becomes pretty much your fighting dog. You're not talking about, right? The red and blue one, and the new Sword and Shield expansion
Oh,
pack.
yeah.
So, but it's cool though. I like the animation. It looks freaking fire.
Just like a Pokemon anime should. Which the current anime doesn't even really look like this. This is like a little bit better than that quality.
Which is so
Um,
weird.
yeah.
Like how are they putting so much good effort on these shorts, and then effort on the actual anime? It seems
Well,
so.
I can understand for budget reasons why they
It's
simplify the
fucking
art style.
Pokemon. They made millions of dollars off of their Pokemon Go game. Like, dude, they
Yeah,
could make
but they gotta go weekly, like One Piece. Like
No, they don't
at
have
some
to.
point,
They don't have to do it in that sense. They could just do it bi-weekly or monthly if they want to, and people still will come together to watch it. It's not. It's not that crazy. I think
I mean, I guess you're right.
they
But
don't
I mean,
like. It's Pokemon, man. Like, their expansion packs are not coming out every month or 2 months. They're coming out like twice a year. So people are willing to wait for some good ass anime.
yeah,
I'm just saying. I mean, either that or drop some movies, man. Drop some movies with this kind of quality. Every couple months or so, or every year. That'd be fire. It just seems
yeah.
like I wouldn't mind. We were talking about this before with Genshin. I wouldn't mind if Genshin's like cutscenes were like this, and I don't have to press any buttons to see.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Right? Like if it followed like the manga and they just made an anime out of it and just made it into the game, just like this, like watching a scene. I'll be so into it. I'll be so into the story. But if I have to just click every single time someone says no. Like, no.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
done.
that would be insane.
I'm done.
So like, Pokemon Twilight Wings was I mean I'm waiting to see if they're gonna come out with another episode
I really hope so.
of another original video animation.
That would be great.
I guess that's what you could call it. You could call it OVA.
Yeah.
For now. I call it marketing.
It is marketing. It's good marketing. At least it's not in the
Shit.
area, so we're good to go from there.
There you go. We need to take more advantage of that button.
Yeah, we do have to take advantage of we have to record some quick video audio clips and put that in our buttons here. So what's the recommended anime that you recommend for this week for some folks?
So random anime recommendation of the week is Mob Psycho 100.
Mob Psycho 100. Okay, so why Mob Psycho?
So Mob Psycho, I'm sure I've talked about it before.
Yeah, you did.
And I probably in the first week I gushed about it for 5 minutes. I don't care. I'll talk about it again. It's one of the greatest animes of all time, in my opinion. It's top 5 for me.
It is definitely amazing
because it's about so much more than just like strength and high magical power. This is like an anime that's about like being the best version of you that you can be, and like the whole arc is about Mob, the main character, just growing into himself. He's incredibly talented with psychic energy and psychic powers, but he's learning how to be a proper normal human and have a normal life.
Dude.
So
it's all
beautiful.
that thing you just said, right? I could totally hear some empowering anime music in the background of it.
Yeah, put in some Naruto music in the background. Say. Yeah, telling you.
So
it's amazing.
This is when you have a really good shonen. It's a shonen, right? Yeah, it's still like a shonen.
Yeah.
And you just get so much motivation and vibe. Mind you, it's only 2 seasons right now so far, right? They haven't announced season 3 or anything like that.
Season 3 is coming. I don't know how they're going to top season 2. I didn't know how they were going to continue from season 1 when they finished season 1.
Yeah, because I thought for a second, I felt like I was watching season 2. I was like, oh, this is like, all right, I got it. They were focusing on like the side characters, whatever. Like I kind of, when I was watching it, I kind of got the same feel of One Punch Man season 2. And I was like,
ooh, that's not a good feeling to have.
No. Yeah, I thought it was the same thing, but their side character arcs were actually really good. And then towards the end, it was just like, nah, this is how you do it. Yo, this is like class leading shit right here. This is
everything with Reagan.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil anything, but my god, it's
we don't want to hype some emotional. Like this is that. Don't get too overhyped for this. All right, like we're gushing over it because we have huge appreciation for it, but don't set the bars beyond like 200 or something like that. It's definitely.
If you've never watched an anime before, which I mean, congratulations for making it this far into the podcast. You never watched an anime before.
Right, dude. I mean, we probably do have like some people that don't watch animes. I'm just saying.
But like, if you never watch an anime, don't start with Mob Psycho.
Yeah, Mob Psycho will kind of. It has a lot of. Don't get me wrong. It's a great show, but you have to get accustomed to the quirks of anime. And it definitely touches a lot of different interesting topics.
Yeah, I mean, there's some Japanese folklore in there.
Yeah,
there's some cultural things.
If you're not into horror, it's not even horror based, but it has like spookiness to it, and it's, like there's no jump scares or anything like at all.
Yeah,
it just talks about.
It's more
spooky.
funny than.
Yeah, it's more of a funny comedy drama show, if anything.
If there's a Blu-ray out there for season 1 and 2, buy it.
Yeah,
man, support the series. Yeah. If you're already a fan, 100%.
Yeah, if you have a Blu-ray player, which props to you. I mean, your PS4 and Xbox should have one, so I mean, you have no excuse.
Yeah, get PS5, and it definitely has it.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, Mob Psycho, highly recommend. I can't wait for season 3. I really hope whoever the animation department was, please take that same animation department, pay them more, and make them also work on One Punch Man.
Yeah. Studio Bones, I believe, in charge of Mob
Yo,
Psycho 100.
gotcha. They need to like do the same magic they did for One Punch Man season 3, because One Punch Man season 2 was just like I until like the last couple episodes where it's just like, did you guys just get all the funding? Did you guys reserve all the cash towards this end right here, and everything else was like, eh? That what else is like good coming up, like besides these two shows that have possible seasons?
They, I
We
will
still
add
have
this.
we still have the train arc for Demon Slayer that's probably coming out early
Demon
next year.
Slayer.
Yeah.
They just recently yesterday teased a new My Hero Academia movie.
Ooh.
Um,
Ooh.
that's some cutting edge stuff. They literally just put up an image of the characters wearing like special armor,
Ooh.
and it was Bakugo, Todoroki, and Deku
Ooh.
wearing like, and it was like saying like he will meet the three musketeers, right? And it was like, because all for one and one for all are a reference to the three musketeers.
Right.
So they're highlighting those three characters as like the three musketeer characters, and they're saying he will meet them.
Ah.
So is the villain of this movie, I guess, will meet them.
Interesting.
Or this could be teasing a new arc,
Is
but it's probably a movie.
Is the armor? I'm getting armor like when I hear like a team in armor, I'm thinking about the Avengers, and Endgame, where they had like the white armored suit for.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm thinking
kind of
that.
like,
Is it
kind of like that.
Okay.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
So. Okay, so three musketeers. He will meet the three musketeers. So, Todoroki, Bakugo, and Deku are the three musketeers, right?
Yep.
But they also referenced the Three Musketeers to All for One and One for All, right? So they're just getting so they're using different sayings from that movie or from that story.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. It's like Bleach with the Spanish or Latin with espada and all that stuff.
Oh God, yeah, and Vastalordes.
Vastalore. Bunkai. Well, Bunkai was not even in Spanish, but
I'm doing horrible. All right. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. There's not an actual trailer or anything yet. It's literally just an image that says he will meet the three musketeers, and that's it. Deku's got a green suit. Bakugo's got a little orange highlights in his suit, and he's got some gauntlets for an explosion.
They all have the outfits that Deku used to have, that Deku has now. Like it's like like a neck guard mask thing on all three of them.
Well, it reminds me of All for One. Think about that.
Right, in a way, yeah.
Because he has his whole Darth Vader mask thing.
Which is interesting with Todoroki is that he's just in like a black and gray or white outfit versus like it would have been cool if half his outfit was like had red accents, and then the other half was like blue, like the blue accent it has right now on the sides.
Yeah,
kind of a missed opportunity. Maybe he'll reflect the colors when he activates his powers, but
hopefully,
yeah. I mean, I guess it matches with his hair because his hair is white. This guy's Kakashi, pretty much. Kakashi.
I mean, he's total. I mean, if you had to think about it, I guess those are the three main characters. You can argue that Ida is a pretty big deal too, but in terms of power, he doesn't rank up next to the top three like that. But yeah, no, I'm kind of hoping that movie 3 would be awesome. I don't know how long this show is going to go on, but
the last 2 was amazing. I mean,
I'm hearing minor manga spoilers that things are moving in the end game direction for the manga, but I don't know.
But could be total. We're nowhere near the manga's speed right now, though, right? because
No, I don't think so.
we're nowhere near it because the last season was mostly just Inferno's freaking arc, and that's it. There was nothing else going on.
Oh, you mean Overhaul?
Overhaul, yeah. Inferno.
Overhaul, and then that guy with the bouncy power,
right?
And
which felt like a
and then the Endeavor, and then the Endeavor mini arc, where Endeavor basically almost kills himself fighting a upgraded Namu.
Yeah, it was mostly side arcs in last season in a way. Well, that's like a trend going on. A lot of side arcs happening in these episodes or in these animes right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's focus on All Might and Deku. Well, besides that, Bouncy Man.
Yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. That's my catchphrase for this episode. We'll see how this goes.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll see how this goes. All right. Well, guys, we'll see how this goes. Maybe we'll show up next week with a new episode. Maybe we'll show up in 2 weeks. We're definitely not showing up in 3 weeks.
Expect 2 weeks, and if we show up in a week, it's a nice little treat.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
We're feeling satisfied. A little full in our stomachs, like 10 pounds heavier from Thanksgiving.
Expect me to be talking like Fat Albert. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode.
I could just see you spitting leftover food in your mic, man.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, hope you guys have a good one. Happy holidays. Enjoy Turkey Day, and please stay safe, sound, and geek out and nerd out. See ya.
Beakrest out.